Vangear Nano-pod camper van kitchen is our slimline kitchen pod, which is only 310mm deep, and that allows you to minimise the intrusion into the van there. So on the new 2.3 version, we've got the splashback, which is the lid. Lid fits in there. A couple of bungees on the back, just to hold that. That's new on the 2026 version. So there's the normal cordless tap there, and on the side here we've got a flip-up stove which can be attached to either side, which is ideal for the camper van stove, or maybe you've got an electric induction hob that will fit on there as well. So on this version we've got the black door. So as I've shown before, the door becomes a table. So you put out the leg from a little recess there, slot it into there, and then it forms a table on the front there. We also have a few different colour doors. So we've got oak with veneer door, obviously matches the floor in this version. And then we have a driftwood door as well. So as far as fixing it, on this version we've got our optional extra plate which fixes onto the back of the seat and the loading lug on the Volkswagen Transporter. But if you don't get that, it comes with some bolts as standard, so you can bolt it down to your floor. And then if you have a rail system, like for instance the Volkswagen Caravelle California, we have anchor cleats for that. Same with the Mercedes Vito and V-Class, and the Citroen Space Tourer, and the Peugeot Traveller. And we have a number of other anchor cleats as well. So there you have it, the Vangear Nano camper van kitchen. So here is the carbon grey version of the Nano-pod. So also available with a choice of doors. So we've got the black here, but we've still got the oak and the driftwood as well. So you've got the same lid on the top there. And then there's also some straps on the back, some holes for straps. So you can strap stuff like the stove onto the back of the unit. So you have the stove shelf, which can be fixed to either side of the unit. So if you had the unit on the left of the vehicle, you'd obviously have the shelf on the other side, unless you wanted the shelf to the outside of the van. So this is ideal for this kind of camping gas stove, or even a electric induction hob there. So as I demonstrated previously, you've got the table door. So the legs there. This goes on there, and that can clip onto there. So inside the unit, you've got a couple of water bottles, one waste bottle, and then one for the fresh water. So this is obviously the fresh water. So you've got your cordless tap here, which is recharged via the USB, and there's a battery in there. Charges the battery. So you move the hose up through the hole, up through there, and then that hose just fits into the bottom of the tap there, and that goes back into there.